start recording.
Oh, there we go. It's recording.
Nice. It tells you, but it doesn't tell me. Okay. Well, that's a really good start to this week. Welcome to French with Anne. We're all here gathered at the right time in the right place for the very first time this course. Alors, Anne, comment ça va?
Très bien.
Excellent. Et toi, Brie, comment ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Excellent. Moi, je vais très bien aussi. Euh, Moi, je suis fatiguée, un peu fatiguée, mais ça va bien. Et personne n'est malade? Nobody is sick?
Non.
Non.
Ouh, célébration. Personne n'est malade. Oui. I just have to get through this to get to the next slide. Okay, here we go. Alors, OK. Moi, je suis à Kamloops. Je suis à Kamloops. OK? Alors, qui est à Kamloops en Colombie-Britannique? Qui?
Anne.
Anne. Oui.
What?
Anne Laroche ou Anne Benson?
Anne Benson.
Oh, Anne
Oh,
Benson
no,
n'est pas à
Anne
Kamloops.
LaRoche.
Anne Benson est à
Anne
Dallas,
LaRoche.
Texas. Qui est à Kamloops?
Oh my God, I
Anne.
don't even know what it's something like who is in this city in
Kamloops.
Canada?
Yes.
Oui.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I've got something better for
Okay.
you, Brie. I'm highlighting your place. Okay. So I don't, can you see the screen, Anne, or are you still driving?
Yeah. No, I've stopped.
Okay. So je suis à Kamloops et Brie est à Sun Peaks, qui est à Fort Knox au Kentucky.
Jessie.
Jessie est à Fort Knox au Kentucky. Oui, she sent me this photo. Okay, Jessie est à Fort Knox au Kentucky. Et Anne, est-ce que tu es à Fort Knox au Kentucky?
No,
Tu?
no. Je suis Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Oh, pas
Austin,
Dallas.
Texas.
Pas Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
Like it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours south of Dallas.
Oui, mais c'est la capitale.
Oui.
OK. Mais jusqu'à maintenant, tu m'as dit que tu viens, that you come from Dallas. Anne, ça va tout changer. You're changing my whole plan. Oh là là. Now this is like teaching teenagers. Oh là là. OK. Alors, qui habite, ou qui est à Sun Peaks?
Moi.
Oui, Brie. Tu es à Sun Peaks en Colombie-Britannique au Canada.
Oui,
Brie.
je suis à Sun Peaks en Colombie-Britannique au Canada.
Oui, Anne, est-ce que tu es à Sun Peaks?
No, je suis in Austin, Texas.
Oui. Et moi, je ne suis pas à Sun Peaks, je suis à Kamloops. Anne, qui est à Sun Peaks?
Jesse.
Non,
No, Jesse's
Jessie
Fort
n'est
Knox.
pas à Sun Peaks.
Uh, 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 um, how do you say I don't know?
Oh, je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
Mhm.
Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas qui in Sun Peaks. Je ne sais pas.
Mhm.
Je ne sais pas, Anne.
OK. Alors, je ne sais pas. I made the shorter slides, but it's not letting me go into the margins to type. It's typing on the picture. Oh, Craig, you lied to me. It wasn't that easy. Okay.
No,
Je ne sais
yeah.
pas. I haven't got a clue, otherwise known as I don't know. Je ne sais pas. I have no
Je ne sais
idea.
pas. Je ne sais pas.
Okay, ça va là? Where's going to be the place? Oh, whoops. Okay, I guess we can carry on. Okay. Alors, oh. No, go back. Oh. Okay, Anne, I'm just making your day again. But what I'm trying to do is move that thing to where you can actually see it. Oh, well, we'll go on to the daily reading from last week. Okay. So this is a summary just until where we were at. Okay, here we go. Alors, il y a un garçon. Répète.
There is a boy. Oh,
okay. First, we're going to repeat it and then in English. So I'll get you two to switch, okay? So brief first. Il y a un garçon.
il y a un garçon.
So Anne, you tell us what that is in French or in English, if you remember.
He is a boy.
Oui, yes, there is a boy. Okay.
Oh, there is a boy. There is a boy.
Anne, repeat. Le garçon est Georges.
Le garçon est Georges.
Oui.
Boy,
Brie?
the boy is George.
Oui. Doesn't want to make you sing, come a chameleon. Sorry. Okay, maybe not. Okay, Georges est le garçon. Anne?
George is the boy.
Okay, so first I want you to repeat. We're kind of doing a popcorn where you're like one side of the room. So I'm pretending you're like France, and Brie is Quebec, and France is going to repeat, and then Quebec is going to translate, then Quebec repeat, and France. Okay, so we have two people. You're each representing an entire country, according to Quebec. Anyway.
That was my fault.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll try it again. Anne, Georges est le garçon.
Georges est le garçon.
Brie?
George.
En anglais?
George is the boy.
Excellent. Georges est en Californie.
George est en Californie.
En anglais? In English, Anne?
George is in California.
Excellent. Il est en Californie. Brie?
Il est en Californie.
Excellent. Anne?
He is in California.
Oui.
No.
Oui.
Yeah, he
Très
is
bien,
in
très bien. OK. Oh, il y a un problème. Anne? Répète.
Il y a un problème.
Oui, il y a un problème. Brie?
There's a problem.
Oui, il y a un problème. Georges a un problème.
George a un problème.
George has a problem.
Excellent. Ooh, la. And of course, we already know what the problem is. So, Anne. Oh, pardon. Anne, with an E, better do this. Il veut un Coca-Cola.
Il veut un Coca-Cola.
Anne?
He wants a Coca-Cola. I only know it's wants because, well, I know it's wants because I know the story, but I don't remember that verb.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Anne, no, I want to do the daily read and then we'll go back into the review. Okay, il veut un Coca-Cola. So Anne, you say he wants a Coca-Cola, and fair enough. I thank you for telling me, because I'm not sure we got this far. I think I anticipated getting this far. I don't know that we did. Okay, so Georges veut un Coca-Cola, mais il n'a pas de Coca-Cola. Brie.
George veut un Coca-Cola, mais il n'a pas de Coca-Cola.
Okay, Anne?
George wants a Coca-Cola, but he doesn't have a Coca-Cola.
Excellent. So what is mais? I threw that in there. I don't think that was in our script. I threw that in there to see if you could figure out what mais.
I think it means but I only know
it does
in French. Yeah.
Oui, très bien. Mais il n'a pas de Coca-Cola, but he doesn't have any Coca-Cola. And why I put a question mark in there, that's beyond me. Okay, alors, qu'est-ce que Georges fait? And so here's where we do our predictions. And here's where Anne has to be a good girl and not know the rest of the story. Okay, let's come up with
Alright,
our
I'll have amnesia.
predictions.
I have
What?
amnesia.
Okay, you've got amnesia. This is good for predictions. Okay, so even if you have read ahead, you've forgotten everything you've read and you're making up what is he going to do? Okay, so Anne et Brie, I'm going to get you to come up with at least 2 ideas each.
In French?
I can help you with the French. You just go for it.
George
Okay.
va George va à Paris en France.
Georges va à Paris, en France. Pourquoi? Why?
Parce que il veut un Coca-Cola.
À Paris? Okay. Okay, parce qu'il veut un Coca-Cola. So Anne, parce que is because. Bree's a little advanced.
Oh.
She forgot she was a beginner. Okay, parce qu'il
You don't know anything, Jesse. Don't forget, you don't know anything.
Oh, is Jesse here?
Oh, not Jesse. That's not Jesse. What's your name?
Brie.
Oh yeah, I knew Bree. I'm sorry. It's early for
That's
me
okay.
too. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
so
early.
oh, that's right. You can't see each other if we're in
Yeah.
slideshow. Only I can see you. Okay, ça c'est bizarre. Georges va à Paris en France parce qu'il veut un Coca-Cola. Et Anne, what do you think? Qu'est-ce qu'il va faire?
George fait to the grocery store.
Ah, Georges va.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, you're giving us some vocabulary there. À l'épicerie.
À l'épicerie.
À l'épicerie, oui. I wonder if I can do. There it is. Okay, let's try annotating this one. Oh la 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 la. Georges va à l'épicerie.
Okay, and that's a new word for me. I didn't know a grocery store was in French.
Honestly, this is what I was thinking too. À l'épicerie, which is the grocery store. I don't know why, but my students already know au dépanneur. I think they found out from one of the exchange students that you can buy alcohol at the little corner store. So that appeals to them. In Quebec, not in BC. Au dépanneur at the corner store. Is corner store one word?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, so this is going to be great. This is going to come up on all the slides now. Okay, so à l'épicerie ou au dépanneur, depending on, Europe, Quebec. Okay. Oh, grocery store. Whoops. Okay. Brie, autre prédiction?
Ooh. Il va à Walmart.
Oh, Georges va à Walmart. Okay. Et toi, Anne?
George va is to go.
Oui, Georges
like
va.
Spanish.
It does,
like
doesn't it? It shows its Latin roots.
Oh, George va HEB.
Okay, now you're speaking a foreign language. What is? I'm hearing ATV, like all-terrain vehicle. What are you saying?
The pizzeria in Texas.
Okay, so this would be à l'épicerie, but what did you call it?
HEB. It stands for Herbert H. Butt. No, I'm not kidding.
I know. Okay. You know I teach teenagers. Oh my Lord. Okay, I think we're better off with HEB. La la. I think they're Saturday morning after a long weekend. Their mentality has gotten into my head. Okay, Georges. Okay. Classe?
Oui.
Oui. Okay, on va voir. Okay, I have to get rid of these guys first. Okay, alors. Okay. Alors. Oh, okay. Il y a un garçon? We know that. We know that. We know that. Okay, Georges veut un Coca-Cola. I'm going to stop here for a bit, Anne, just to bring you back to this verb. So, Georges veut un Coca-Cola. Anne, tu veux un Coca-Cola?
Je veux un Coca-Cola.
Ah,
Oui,
oui?
je veux un Coca-Cola.
You do on a Saturday morning? Ooh la 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 la. Anne veut un Coca-Cola. Brie, est-ce que Anne veut un Coca-Cola?
Oui, oui, Anne veut un Coca-Cola.
Très bien. Et Brie, est-ce que tu veux un Coca-Cola?
Non, je n'ai pas veux un Coca-Cola, je veux un thé.
Ah, tu veux du thé. Oh là là. Okay, let's see if I can get this going again. No. Okay, we'll do that. Okay.
So annoying.
I don't know why it won't let me go back into the one I already did, because that just makes more sense to add it there. Hmm?
I have to get off.
Okay,
Oh.
Anne.
I love you guys. See you next Saturday. I love this class. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Thank you
Au
for
revoir.
Au
coming.
revoir, Anne.
Au revoir. Have a
Merci
great
beaucoup.
week. Okay. Alors. Okay, but I'm still going to write it in. Du thé.
Is it? Because I'm still learning my French.
Tu veux du thé?
Du thé, but is it some tea? But is tea masculine or feminine?
Oh, c'est masculin.
Oh, it is. Okay, good. Okay, I was
Oui.
right then.
Okay, and then du café, and this is going to type over the other one, and I'm hoping I can figure out how to move this slide so it doesn't get all weird. Some coffee. Okay. Then what's the other one that's most likely come up? Probably water?
De l'eau et
Wait. Okay.
Juice?
Oh, du jus.
Du
Okay.
jus? Yeah, oui.
We'll just add that in. We'll pretend this all came up in normal question and answer. Oh, look at that. I can move it.
Yeah, yay!
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna try shrinking it for a little bit. Ooh, ho, I wish I could have done that when Anne was here. Okay. Whoops, well, we lost the rest of the water. And oh, how do I get to this guy though? See, that's what I want to do. I want to be able
I don't
to,
think you can re-grab it.
but you should be able to. Like, that's just nuts that you can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Victory is mine. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I tried writing in when we did it in class the other day and I was like, oh, this is actually really annoying.
Let's see if I can. Oh, I can't type on that part because that part I did outside the screen. Okay, so Georges n'est pas content. So this is the new part.
Okay.
I'm going to grab this because that just got in a weird place. Oh, that looks good, huh? He looks like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Georges n'est pas content. And that is, if I put that there, yeah. Oh, no, because you can't see store. Okay, there we go. Okay, ça va là. So, Georges n'est pas content.
Oh,
Georges est content ou Georges n'est pas content?
Georges n'est pas content.
Oh, est-ce que tu es content, Brie?
Oui, je suis contente.
Excellent. Moi aussi, je suis contente. Do you remember aussi?
Also.
Oui, très bien. Aussi, also. Okay. Oh, oops. Also equals also. Okay, I think everybody gets that. How about aussi? Okay, aussi, also. And we had mais before, which was but. Mais. Okay. So, oui, Georges n'est pas content. Alors, qu'est-ce que Georges va faire? And this brings us to the new part of the story, I hope. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, Georges est content ou Georges n'est pas content?
Georges n'est pas content.
Et Brie, tu es content ou tu n'es pas content?
Je suis contente.
Excellent. What is this ne pas, Brie? What is ne pas?
I'm not.
Oh, I'm really trying hard to do this, but the annotation is right where I want to type.
Oh no.
Oh, but we know how to screen grab now, so we can do this. Okay, alors, ne. Est-ce que ça a de sens? Does that make sense?
Oui.
Oui. Et
Oui.
what was the other one we had? Oh, doesn't have, n'a pas. So this is
pas.
review. We've had the ne pas several times before.
Yeah.
Doesn't have. Okay. C'est bon. Okay, alors, let's grab it and move it. Ha, 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 ha. I feel so clever. Oh là là. Ok, alors, Georges est ou Georges n'est pas content?
Georges n'est pas content.
Pourquoi est-ce que Georges n'est pas content? Pourquoi?
Georges veut un Coca-Cola.
Oui, Georges veut un Coca-Cola, mais Georges n'est pas content. Pourquoi? Pourquoi pas?
Georges. Oh no. Just a sec.
Regarde.
Oh. Georges n'a pas un Coca-Cola.
Oui, oui, Georges n'a pas de Coca-Cola. Très bien. Est-ce
I
que
wanted to
tu as?
say Georges n'avait pas.
Ouh là 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 là.
I was like, that's the wrong tense.
Yeah, I have to remember who my audience is. I don't think Jesse and Anne would appreciate that. I
No.
appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Cool.
Sorry, I interrupted your question.
Okay, that's okay. I interrupted myself, so good luck getting back to where we were. Okay, I really should not have recorded that. Georges n'a pas de Coca-Cola. Est-ce que tu as un Coca-Cola?
Non, je n'ai pas un Coca-Cola.
Qu'est-ce que tu as?
Je ai un café.
Tu as un café?
Oui.
Ah, et moi, j'ai du thé. I don't know if you can see this or
Oui,
not.
oui.
I've lost my picture. Oh. Okay, et c'est bon. Oui, j'ai du. Oh. Okay, that's just getting weird now. Okay, j'ai du thé. Is that because I have pictures in the background? I guess
Yes.
so it would be less distracting if I didn't have the picture in the background. I was trying to
Yeah.
show off my hometown. Okay, c'est bon. Alors, Brie, tu as du café ou tu as du thé?
J'ai un café et un thé.
Tu as du café et du thé?
Oui.
Ouh là là. Et moi, j'ai du thé et de l'eau.
Ah.
Oh, okay, that was weird. That was so cool. We were all here together at the start of class. I love it. And we were all early, so we had a nice chat.
Yeah.
Okay, alors. Okay. So, okay. Oh, Georges ne va pas à Paris. Georges ne va pas à l'épicerie. Et Georges ne va pas à Walmart. Brie,
Oh.
où est-ce que Georges va?
À Chicago.
Georges va à Chicago. Oui, Brie. Célébration. Georges va à Chicago. I think I should have led with that, let you repeat, and then asked you about all our other predictions.
That's okay.
Okay. I know I'm having a hard time treating you like a beginner. Oh, it was so much easier when Anne and Jesse were here because they are our barometers. Okay.
Yes.
So you can't know as much as you know. You're making my job too easy. Isn't that that's so funny? Well, not really. Okay, so Georges va à Chicago. Est-ce que Georges va à Chicago?
Oui. Oh, oui, Georges va à Chicago.
Ah, oui, because now you're all on your own for everything. So now you gotta do a full sentence for everything he said if it's one-on-one.
Okay. I was trying to stay in balance.
There really was no instruction on what to do when you only have one student, was there? It's like,
No.
how do you get to answer yes or no? Or do you have to answer full sentence every time? Let's make a rule. If it's the first time we see the slide, the first 3 questions you can, or first 5 questions, you can just do short answers. And then for the last 5 to 10, we'll do full sentence answer.
Okay.
Okay. Because we got to make this work as if it really is a whole class.
Yes.
Which is really artificial. Okay. Brie, répète. Georges va à Chicago.
George va à Chicago.
George goes to Chicago. Brie, est-ce que Georges va à Chicago?
Oui.
Ah oui, Georges va à Chicago. Brie, Georges va à Kamloops?
Non.
Non, Georges ne va pas à Kamloops. Georges va à...
Chicago.
Oui, c'est bien. Because on all honesty, in my classes, I never get to finish the sentence. They're jumping in with the next word. So I'm happy you did that. Okay, c'est bien. Alors, oh, il y a une fille à Chicago.
Oh. Il y a une fille à Chicago.
Oui, il y a une fille à Chicago. There is a girl in Chicago. Il y a une fille à Chicago, Brie?
Oui.
Ah, il y a un garçon en Californie?
Oui.
Oui.
Et George en Californie?
Okay.
No.
That's
No, il y
that's
a...
kind of, I was not trying to trick you. It's like, oh crap, he went to Chicago. That was a bad question.
It's
And-
okay. I was like,
And I can
"It's not
picture the girl in my
California."
class, Sydney, who is going to call me on that if I were to do such a thing. She go, no, madame, he is in Chicago. And it's like, oh crap, you're right. Okay. How would I say that to her? Oui, Sydney, célébration. And then to the rest of the class, I'm so sorry, I did not mean to trick you. And they're looking at me like, yeah, we know. We like him being in California because you said he was in California. Yeah. Okay. It's funny. It's like do you picture your class when you do this? Like you can see all the reactions around the room as to how this would go.
Yes, I'm actually picturing my grade 4-5 class because this is where we're at actually.
Oh, okay.
We just got to Il y a une fille à Chicago.
Oh, la, 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 la. So we finished this quite a while ago, but I thought what I'm going to do after the Christmas break is come back to one of the 3 stories. I think they like Danielle the best because I've already taken a voting class, and I think they all like Danielle the best. And so we're going to look at the past one to say, where was George and all that thing. And it may bite me or it might work really well because what I've been doing on the Fridays is asking, what are your plans for the weekend? And then on the Monday, I've been just typing it out the same to do the daily readings.
Yeah.
Or so I was doing that on Thursday, Friday, but this week I did it on the Friday. So I'm actually going to type it out in the past and ask them what is different about what we said on Friday. And I'm going to just see if they can pick up on the fact that it's no longer what we're going to do, but what we did, or just even seeing avoir and aller in there going, Madame, you've changed things. I know it's
Yeah.
going a little off script, but we're having a lot of fun. And then,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
my other,
also concerned if we go too far, Anne's going to be very lost next week.
yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so this is true. And there was Jessie not being here. So we're just going to do the one sentence, but we're going to play with it a little bit. Brie, est-ce que... Oh, Anne is in there. Anne is back. Okay. Alors, bonjour, Anne.
On.
Hey, bonjour, Anne.
I
Anne,
came back.
oui,
Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you
Oui.
know?
oui, il y a
That
une
my-
fille à Chicago. Anne?
No soccer game.
Oh no!
No, my granddaughter quit and wouldn't come, so they have withdrawn her, and they didn't bother to tell me. I cannot believe it. I'm
Maybe
on the
they
soccer
thought
field.
maybe they would thought she would change her mind by today.
Oh my
Well,
god!
they could have shot me a text.
I'm
Oh,
so
that is
sorry.
awful.
I
Oh.
know, and I'm standing
You could have
there
been
like a
sitting home
dope.
having a cup of tea.
Absolutely, exactly. Oh God.
So that is
Oh Lord.
that is one new bit of vocabulary that we did while you were gone. We talked about du thé, like some tea, du café, some coffee, and de l'eau, some water. It came up with, you know, what we wanted instead of what George wanted. George wanted a Coca-Cola, Anne wants a Coca-Cola, and Brie wanted some café and some tea. She's having tea and coffee, and I'm having tea and water. So, Anne, are you really
cool.
drinking coffee? Are you really drinking Coca-Cola?
No, no, pero no, but no me, no,
Mais
no me vous
je
un
veux,
Coca.
tu
Je
veux un
Je veux un
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Oh là là,
Oui,
ok. So
je
maintenant,
veux un Coca.
so Georges ne va pas à Paris et Georges ne va pas à l'épicerie et Georges ne va pas à Walmart, Anne. Georges va à Chicago. Anne,
Pourquoi?
Georges veut un Coca-Cola. Alors, Anne, Georges va à Chicago ou Georges va à Paris?
George va à Chicago.
Excellent, Brie.
Yay!
Est-ce que Georges va à Walmart ou est-ce que Georges va à Chicago?
George va à Chicago.
Et il y a une fille à Chicago ou il y a une professeure à Chicago?
Une fille à Chicago.
Oui, Anne, il y a une fille à Chicago? Oui ou non?
Oui, il y a means there is, yeah.
Oui.
Oui, il y a une fille à Chicago.
Excellent, Anne, il y a une fille
une
à
fille à
Chicago.
Chicago.
Célébration. Oui.
Célébration, une fille à
OK.
Chicago.
Et Georges est en Californie ou Georges est à Chicago?
George at Chicago.
Oui, Brie. I made a big mistake when you left us, Anne. I said
Yeah.
that he was in California, and Brie, like my beautiful girl Sydney in my French 9 class, reminded me that George is no longer in California. He actually is in Chicago right now. Because I was trying to circle, and it was like, oh, she's right. And then I could just see Sydney going, uh-huh, mm-hmm. And me realizing that she's absolutely right. Okay, so I think we're just going to do one more slide and end it there for this week. So, il y a une fille à Chicago. Okay, répète s'il vous plaît. Il y a une fille à Chicago.
Il y a une
Il y a
fille
une fille à Chicago.
There is a girl in Chicago.
Il y a une fille à Chicago.
So which part of this sentence means there is?
Il y a.
Oui, so even though it's
three words.
3 words, it means it's like I in Espanol. So there is, there are there, is there. That's all of that. Il y a.
Okay.
Et comment dit-on a girl, Brie?
Une fille.
Okay, listen closely. This is for both of you. Comment dit-on in Kamloops?
Kamloops.
Bravo. Yes, because we used this before city. So Kamloops, Austin. Now I have to change my slide for next week. Sun Peaks, Fort Knox. Okay, oui, c'est bien. Okay, so this is our last slide for today. Le garçon, but we don't know what it's going to say. We're going to end off with our predictions for today. Le garçon lui dit répète. Le garçon
Le garçon,
Le garçon.
lui
lui,
dit.
dit.
So in French, it's the boy to her says, okay? Or the boy to him says. In English, the boy says to her. English is really weird. Okay, so the boy says to her. Yes, and I get the same reaction from my classes, Brie. And then when I compare it to Spanish, they look at me and they go, oh, English is backwards. And then I show them German and they're like, oh, okay. So I said, so it all depends on where the language comes from, what its roots are. Okay, so give me your predictions with what is George going to say? Of course.
Can I ask you a question? So Louise means says?
No. Lui is to her or to him. That's
So
why it's in yellow.
Why does the slide, why isn't the slide, so the slide's not right? It's not translating the actual words.
It absolutely is, because it's giving you the English order, right? The boy says to her. That is good English. In English, we would never say the boy to her says. The boy to him says. So we're showing, so why it's, I think that's why it's highlighted in yellow, so that you see that the lui and the to her.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, I see.
We're not
Now I
ready
see.
for that. You're
Okay.
not allowed to know what he says yet. You did. Nobody saw that. Okay. So here's where we're going to end it today. Give me your predictions. Qu'est-ce que le garçon lui dit? Remember qu'est-ce que? Qu'est-ce que is asking?
What?
Okay, très bien. Qu'est-ce que le garçon dit à la fille? Qu'est-ce que le garçon lui dit? Okay. Brie, and I don't care what's in the slide. We always start off with our hellos because they don't know each other yet. So start with a greeting and then what you think he might say.
Salut.
Salut.
Tu es belle.
Oh, salut. Okay. And what is belle, Brie?
Beautiful.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, Anne.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Les veux va to the beach.
Oh, tu veux aller à la plage, or tu vas à la plage. Let's keep it simple. Tu vas à la plage.
Tu vas à la plage.
Oui, so
bonjour, tu vas à la plage.
Oh, tu vas à la plage. Annotate. Where are
tu
you?
vas à la plage.
Jesse's going to wonder where this came from if she's looking. Okay. She's also going to wonder how we started on time today. Okay. I think she told me last week she couldn't make it. Okay. So, à la plage. Okay, très bien. Alors, à la plage, to the beach. Okay, so tu vas à la plage. Un bruit, autre prédiction?
Bonjour. Est-ce que oh sorry.
Est-ce que
tu as un éléphant?
Est-ce que tu as un éléphant? Oh, have you been reading Waldo? Oh là là.
Babar.
Ok, je comprends maintenant. Oui. Est-ce que tu as un éléphant? Okay. And what is
does that
she
mean?
asking?
Do you want to go see the Do you want to go see the elephant?
Well, you have 2 words too many. Do you want?
Oh, want to go to the elephant?
Okay,
Yeah.
so take out the
Could
to
you write
go.
it down? Could
Yeah.
you write it, what you said, please?
So
Thank you.
I
Merci
will
beaucoup.
I'll put it in the review for next week, but right now, just listen carefully. Est-ce que
Okay.
tu as, do you have an éléphant?
Oh, tu.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. I don't know if, no, avoir is not going to pop up for us today. That's what happens when you borrow somebody else's slides. I have to, okay. Oh, no, you're not supposed to see that yet. That's for next week. Oops. Okay, nobody saw that. We see nothing. We hear nothing. Okay, so for tonight. Okay, so I just want you to talk to yourself. Oh, first I should do this. Okay, alors, il y a un garçon. Le garçon est Georges. Et Georges est en Californie. Et Georges veut un Coca-Cola. Mais Georges n'a pas de Coca-Cola. Alors, Georges va. Non, Georges n'est pas content. Oh. Georges n'est pas content. Alors, Georges va à Chicago. Et Georges. Oh, à Chicago, il y a une fille.
oh,
Oh!
oh.
Est-ce que Georges lui dit? Dum, 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 dum. Now, normally I would give you 30 seconds to try this on your own. We'll pretend that my doing that was your 30 seconds.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, super quick. Who wants to go first? Excellent, Brie, you won. Okay. She had paper. You had, oh, Anne won. Anne gets to go first. Oh, she was playing.
Okay.
This is paper. So when you went like this, that was covering Bree's rock. So you get to go first, Anne. You're the lucky one.
And you are a riot. Okay. Le garçon est George. George est un garçon. George veut un, non.
Oui.
George
Veut
veut un
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Oui.
George va à Chicago.
Oui.
George, I don't know how to say sees a girl.
Or you can say
George,
there is a girl.
oh, est un fille. Est un fille.
Okay.
Jo-
I'm gonna go away.
Go,
Okay,
go
I'm
away,
gonna help you
Coca-Cola.
with this one.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm gonna help you. Okay. Alors, Georges. Oh, il y a.
Oh, right, that's right, Ilya. Okay.
It's also the same for there are, but I don't think we get into there are for quite a while. So, il y a un garçon ou il y a une fille à Chicago?
Il y a une fille à Chicago.
Excellent, Anne. Okay, so you got your 5. That's kind of like what I asked my classes. I didn't take the barometer, didn't take the temperature from you two. I kind of rushed it forward for time. But I'm going to ask Brie one more time, and then, oh boy, you get to let me have her what I should have done better. Okay, Brie. That's the scariest part every week.
Il y a un garçon. Le garçon est George. George a George à Chicago. George veut un Coca-Cola. George n'est pas content. George veut un Coca-Cola. George va à Chicago. Il y a une fille à Chicago. Le garçon lui dit, We don't know.
Oh,
Je ne sais
bravo,
pas.
bravo. Oh, you two are so good. That was This was fun to actually have a live audience to actually teach the lesson.
Yeah.
It's been what, 5-6 weeks, and we finally have one lesson.
C'est très bien.
I still have some technical skills to master, but and what suggestions would you have for me?
Well, first, let me say what worked really well.
Oh, okay, I
Or
like
does
that.
that go second? Or does that go second? First, you say what
You
didn't work, and then
can sandwich it however you please.
I'm going to say what worked for me. What
Okay.
works for me is your effervescent personality makes it so fun. And because I'm already nervous because I'm trying to learn this language I don't know, and I'm self-conscious, and so you're like laughing, making jokes. That's the first thing I really, really like. I feel it's fun. It's just fun, and the other thing is that you keep everything once you start the actual formal class, it just starts rolling. It's like, I don't feel bored, but I don't feel overstimulated. If I make a mistake, you're happy to help me. I think I missed a French class. That's probably why I don't know the verb. I missed a French class when it was my granddaughter's birthday.
And I'm not sure, like Brie and I were trying to figure that out. I
I think
think
it was last week because
yeah.
there was all the
And Brie and I
technical
were the only two in the class because I think
Yeah, last
you
week I
and
let you
Anne
know.
showed up when my computer decided it didn't want to boot up.
Yeah,
And then
because last week we didn't.
the internet connection decided it was lagging. So by the time I got
Oh,
on,
so
I think you and Jesse had left, and then it was just Bree and I for the lesson because Bree slept in, so it was great. I had one student.
oh
Last week was
wow,
the
it's
gong
like
show.
dropping like
Oh,
flies.
I should have stopped recording here. Oh la la. Or no, you know what? Let's continue with the
Just
feedback.
record it.
Yeah.
So no, remember I emailed you that I couldn't come last week because of my granddaughter's birthday.
Right.
Anyway, I just did not show up. I would never do that. So anyway, that's probably why I've missed
That's
that
right.
chunk.
That's right. You did email me that. And
Yeah, it was
you
my
missed the
granddaughter's
gong show of
birthday.
me trying to get in and starting about
The
5:45.
gong show.
Yeah, starting at 5:45, suddenly realizing this is not going to happen on time. And I had no internet, so that meant I couldn't even put an email out there to say technical
Oh my
difficulties.
gosh.
But I think
Oh my
Jessie ended up
gosh.
coming back in too, didn't she, Brie?
It was just me.
It was
I
just
came in.
okay.
It was 6:45 because I just left it Zoom running on my computer after I got up. But it was okay. I slept
She
in.
didn't give up on you, Anne. She didn't give up on you.
No. So
Okay, so the other thing that works,
I haven't put the motes in yet. I don't know if I will or the vocabulary. Like, does the my typing for how to sound things out, does that help in the vocabulary? Or that might have been Jessie that asked me for that. I thought it was you.
me?
Yes.
No.
It must have been
No.
Jessie then. So I will try. But that's just I've got so many new things on my plate right now that doing one.
I don't need it personally. Personally,
Okay.
I don't need
Like
it.
if you don't even think you would access it, but it's good for me to know for my students. I haven't been happy with Moat. That was the one Craig recommended because when the kids put the Moat on, the part that reads my voice covers up the text that they're trying to read.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
But it doesn't do that when Craig does it.
Hmm.
His stays is a little tiny line about this big. So that's something else I'm still playing with. So it's not a bad idea for me to try just to make it work. But if you're not going to look at it, then I don't really want to do it.
no, I won't look at it. I just like the live class. So the other thing that really works well for me about you, excuse me, as a teacher is it's like you're a chameleon. When you start speaking French, your whole personality, in my experience, transforms.
My
It's
mom
like,
says that
whoa.
it freaks her out.
It's very exciting and wonderful because you know why? I just get bored of life. It's like the same thing, and then like, here's something completely new. And it's not just the language, it's the whole way of being shifts.
Do you find that
So
with
that's
Spanish? Sorry,
yeah.
I know
Well,
you're
I
talking
haven't
about
heard.
me, but I'm curious about you. Like, do you find that when you speak Spanish, your personality changes again and your voice changes?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because it's a different way of
Yeah,
thinking, and you have like
it is.
you have different voices in your head. Like in English, I usually have my mom's voice in my head, but when I'm in Spanish, I've got my Venezuelan life in my head and my Mexican friends. And when I'm in French, it's like my husband's family and
Oh, that's
or
beautiful.
probably the latest movie I watched. So
I don't know. It's just the French. It just feels fancy, you know?
Ooh.
It just feels
Mhm.
like really fancy and mysterious.
Ooh, those are two words
And
I've never had describe me before.
yeah, you seem fancy and mysterious and just really fun and like, really? Is that all she's saying? There's a boy? I mean, it just sounds so plain in English. I'm just tired of English, people. I'm tired of English. I've got French, and then at 12:30 I have Japanese. So what
Oh my
didn't
God.
work? What didn't work? The only thing for me is a question. The only thing for me was I thought in TPRS we're not supposed to uh repeat stuff. Like you say something and we repeat it.
Oh, absolutely. The first time you see the sentence, you repeat it. And then I give the translation.
And I'm also with you because when I first took TPRS, I didn't think you repeated, but I've been
But you
corrected.
do?
Okay.
Yeah, you
But you
repeat.
do?
You do for the first time you read the sentence.
Oh,
And when
so
you
when
do
we
the
do
daily
this,
readings, you absolutely have the class take turns reading along with you. Like I have them divided up into 3 countries. And so I have the countries read, and then it's like when this country reads the French or the Spanish, the next country translates to English and then repeats the next French or Spanish sentence. And then it goes over to the third country who translates what the previous country said in Spanish or French, and then they say the next part from into English, and then they say the next part in French or Spanish. I do that with the daily reads. I do that with all the stories. I didn't used to do the English part. That's what's different in TPRS from just straight CI. CI is all in the target language, the comprehensible input, but the TPRS allows for the direct translation from the certainly for at least levels 1 and 2.
but what I mean is, so you're saying it and then everybody repeats it after you say it.
Oui, so I would go, le garçon lui dit, and then you and Brie would be say, you would be la France. Okay, la France, répète, and then I would do this, répète, and so then the two of you, un, deux, trois, go.
Le garçon lui dit.
Oh,
Okay,
so
and then I would say the
that's the
boy
only.
says to her, okay, and you're like, oh, and then I might, because Louis is new, I'm going to emphasize the parts you already know. So I'm going to say, which part of this means the boy?
Le
Okay,
garçon
oui, and then which part means says?
dit.
Because we've dit. So we've had those two sort of before, and then, oh, what's this Louis? And that's where they would look for this and say to him, to her, depending on who that person is talking to. And then we carry on to the questions, because there's no point carrying on with this small bit for the circling if they're not getting the lui. So I usually use this sign, like this is my le, la, le. But if I go like this to the side, it's kind of like to him, to her.
Oh, so you not only have them repeat after me kind of thing. You not only do it in the daily read, but you're doing it on the slides as well.
Oui. Oh, absolutely.
Well, why does he always say, don't repeat after me? Because in a conversation, you're not repeating after each other.
Okay, so if I'm asking you a question, you're not repeating the question, you're answering the question. if it's a conversation. But when you're
Right.
introducing the new sentence, this is my understanding of the way that I've done it with Craig and Michelle, is lots and lots of input and understanding every word of the input.
No, I understand that, but when you introduce a new slide and a new
Mhm.
sentence,
Oui.
so you say le garçon lui dit, and then you tell your students repeat.
Absolutely.
Is that what you understand, Bree?
When I first took TPRS, I didn't have the students repeat at all. But since we had the one lesson with Craig where he said repeat, I have been having the students repeat, and they are so much more excited. And I didn't realize it's because they were only answering questions, but they actually wanted to repeat the first sentence every time.
Oh, okay. So you only do it that one time. That's the only time you do it, at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Of each
Again.
slide.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's brand new information for me, people.
Yeah. And what I find
I-
too is when the more often they repeat it as soon as they hear you say it, the better their accent is, because they're saying it as soon as they've heard you say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. But
It
Anne, I was
doesn't-
the same as you. I hadn't been doing that when I first started TPRS.
Yeah.
Got
But
missed.
you don't do it any other time though, like any other time in the lesson. You don't say repeat after me if you feel like they're not getting it or something.
Oh, I never say if you feel like you're not getting it. I just tell them to repeat after me. Like,
If you feel like they're not saying it right, you mean?
no, I just do it as standard routine. So then it doesn't stand out if I have somebody repeat, because it's such a part of the routine that it just feels like I'm doing something. If I want to hear one person say it, I might have that group say it, but I'll be listening in particular to one person, making sure their lips are moving, because now this is okay, and this is where I'm a bit of a stickler. If that whole group is not saying this, because if you've got 8 people, it's pretty obvious if 6 people are speaking and 2
Sure.
aren't. So I just have them say this over and over and over till somebody nudges the other 2, like, oh my God, you guys, we don't want to say this again. So yeah, I just keep them repeating while the rest of them are trying hard not to start having side conversations. Because they're starting to roll their eyes at this point, like, oh, it's funny though. It's like they want those 2 to start participating without giving them clues. And I'm like, and I'll do this. I'll just show my elbow kind of going to the side, like, yeah, it's okay to nudge them. That is not a bad thing. Like, you can't slug them, but you can nudge them gently to give them a reminder to say something. Or we're
To
just,
say something.
I think the longest we did on one sentence had to be about 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And then they finally got, this is my grade 9s, of course. Then they finally got, I really wasn't moving ahead with the story till they were with me. And at that point, I remember this one girl rolling her eyes, like, can't you just leave me alone? I said, oh no, I'm here to give you a loving kick in the arse until you can participate on your own. And looked at me kind of like, eh? And then I just kept doing what I was doing. And now the class has picked up the expression loving kick in the arse. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Yeah, I tell them, I like when we do our conversations one-on-one, I call them kicks and kisses. So they know it's a loving kick in the arse, and I'm not actually kissing them or kicking them, or they're, where I tell them what they've been doing well, but I actually get them to tell me. I don't have to do a whole lot. I just take notes, and it's like, ooh, okay, there's something I didn't know, and they're really
Well,
good. They're really hard on themselves.
do you teach all the way through high school or just up to 9th grade?
Oh, I teach from 8 to 12, and I have 4 in my
All the way
Spanish
through.
block. I have 1 to 4 in the same block, both semesters.
1st through 4th in the same block.
No, like
In the
Spanish
same.
1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, Spanish 4
Oh,
in
all the
one
way through
block.
high school.
No, in one block, and
What does one block mean?
like in one class. Like in my Spanish class, I have 3 who are Spanish 4. I have 15 who are absolute beginners. I have
Wow.
7 who are very weak advanced beginners. And then I have 2 that are just doing the grade 12 work or like the Spanish 4 because they know that they're doing better than the weaker Spanish 11s. Yeah.
Wow. But you teach all the way up through 12th grade.
Yes.
Wow.
The Spanish 4 would be the 12th grade.
So cool. So cool.
Oh,
And the
no,
last thing I want to
not
say is,
cool, not cool. I have had
Oh, no?
very, very animated, heated conversations with my vice principal and the counselors. And they have basically told me, okay, you get 2 Spanish blocks if you're willing to do 2 blocks with these 4 groups, or like for timetabling, or you get 1 block that may or may not run because they need choices. Because when you're small school, you have like, you're put up against the 1 physics block or up against the 1 theater block or up against another. So if you don't have 2 blocks, then so that's why they've done it, is to help the program run. I just don't know how to do TPRS when I have the 4. Okay, I'm going to take this off recording because this is okay, how do I do this? Oh, I see, I'm still on text, that's why. Okay. So let's just stop the recording. Come on, show me. Well, stop share. Stop share. This is where I make Anne laugh because I'm really trying hard not to record. Pause recording.